You hear that water? Right now as we speak, there are people just washing the fuck out. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Hey, this is Glendon with Making Money with Storage Unit Auctions. And yes, there's an announcement, but some of you are going to really enjoy this one. You'll never receive another message from me. Well, email message that is. Today I deleted 4 email lists, sent out a mass broadcast, and I'm changing the game up. There's just too many things going on. There was Storage Auction Guru, Urban Pack, right? There was just too much going on. So I would rather start fresh. There's one list I did keep, and you folks will love it. And just get people who are really interested in this information and just move forward. Also, I've embarked on this program, 100 videos in 100 days. Essentially, it's going to be about the reseller industry, storage auction, anything that when you buy something and you want to resell it, you're a reseller. That's the genesis for all the things that we do, whether you're storage auctions, picking, consignment, treasure hunting, whatever you want to do. That is the genesis. And going to definitely work on that. Now, this new thing that I'm doing is something that has come about from just watching and listening to what's going on in the reseller space. That's what I call it, whether you're a picker or whatever. And there's this expectation that's not really based in reality. But I will get into that in the video. But essentially, that's what's happening. Below will be the link if you want to sign up. If not, I hope you have a great life and you get rich doing whatever you're doing. All right, now to the video. This is the deal with what's going on with storage auctions. The title of this video, the storage auction fallout rate, 1 out of 250. When I got into business in 2000, it was a hard business back then. And there was a certain ratio of new people that would come out. For every 50 people that came out, 1 out of 50 would stay there for about 2 months. You stretch it to 6 months, the ratio increased. You stretched it out to a year, it was like 1 out of 250 people. This was in 2000, before the TV shows. Now, I want you to marinate on that information right there. Just marinate. No TV shows, no competition. Well, there's always competition, but why would that many people come out and try their hand at storage auctions, then bounce with a quickness? You know why? Because the shit's hard. That's why. It's hard. It's been hard from day one. I've been telling you since 2009, 2010, 2011. Here it is 2012. And there are people who are going out there thinking that it is super easy. You stupid. That's my new thing now. You stupid. So with those ratios, what's happening is normal. It's natural. People go out, they find out it's not for me, they bail. But more people come out. Then they leave and they come out. And for those of you who are like rough, rugged, and hardy, it's pissing you off because they're essentially in your way, so to speak. But really they're not. It's just part of business. Every business has some warts and some thorns. That's just something you got to deal with, because I think we're at the apex. Because I'm not picking on Robert, but he put up a video. He's been in the storage auction game for a year. And he started out with 1,000 and he now has 800 bucks. So he's made no money and he's lost $200 of his original operating capital. And he made reference to a guy who spent 45,000, had, apparently infrastructure, warehouse and trucks and whatever, and he's not making any money. I'm going to say this based on my knowledge, based on the fact that I have people in my group, and I'll talk about that later, that guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. You spending 45 grand, you ain't making any money, you don't know what you're doing. You don't have sales channels, you're not pimping Craigslist, you're not using fully, there's so many things I know this person isn't doing, because if you've got that type of operating capital, you should be making money if you know what you're doing. But that's the deal, essentially I'm going to amp up some different stuff in the reseller space. The reason I'm doing this is I'm about to introduce some new information, some new methodologies about how to be a business person. Whether you're picking, storage auctions, whatever, you are a reseller. And in that space, there's a certain way to be successful and there's a certain way to fail. And I'm just going to address a lot of the stuff that I did. Was talking to a friend the other day, and I was just talking about my background before I got in the storage auction business, and she was like, damn, no wonder you were successful. I came in with a heavy dose of business knowledge. Many people who are getting in the game, they don't have that. But I'll address a lot of stuff in the video. I kind of sat back and I watched some stuff and I'm gonna relay something that I observed 2000 up to 2009 when I got out of the business. And I call it 1 out of 250. For every 50 people that showed up, one person would stay. You would stretch that to 2 to 3 months, the ratio would grow. You stretch it to a year, it grows even larger. To 1 out of 250 people would stay in the storage auction business. Now, I want you to marinate on that information. I want you to marinate. Just let it base, let it toast a little bit. Okay, you marinate on it. There were no TV shows. Most of these people who got in the business because they had a friend or a family member that was in the business, so it was kind of like a referral. And they got out. Why? Have you marinated? Because this shit's hard. That's the reason. Okay, fast forward to today. You have the TV shows, you have the blogs, you have everybody talking about it, everybody wants a little piece of the storage auction action, and people are like, man, it's a scam, you can't make any money. And to you folks who feel that you can't make any money, I'm gonna tell you something. You're untrained, you don't have a plan, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Pretty much. That's why you're losing out, because I personally know of several people who are making money in the storage auction business. And it's funny how that's happening. What brought this video on is, it's a nice guy, Robert. He's in Texas. He put up a video about his first year in the storage auction business. And, he started off with 1,000. Here it is a year later. He has $800. He essentially lost $200 in all his profit. And he referenced, that the TV shows are just frauds, essentially. And he even referenced one guy who has spent 45 grand in the business and really was losing money. I'm gonna say this. If you're spending 45K in this business right now and you're not making any money, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Seriously. And what's worse, because ignorance, there's nothing wrong with being ignorant. There are many things that I'm ignorant on and I need to learn. That's not the problem. It's the absolute refusal to remove yourself from the pool of ignorance. Because, there's a lot of people like, Glendon figured it out. Well, the thing is, if you kind of came away with that, you missed something really, really, really critical. I had several years of business experience before I got in the storage auction business. Many of you who are getting into business have no business experience, and your results are kind of showing that. The results are kind of speaking to that. So that's one of the problems. But the big problem is expectations, and there are people who are addressing me, because someone put this in the group the other day that his wife had let out that he was doing storage auctions. Then some passerby said, hey, he needs to watch those TV shows so he can learn from the pros. Let me say this really, really clearly. The TV shows, and sometimes I watch them, most of the time I don't, are for entertainment purposes only. If you think you can draw a proper business plan from those TV shows, you're smoking crack and you are stupid times 2. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because, sure, you can buy a nice unit, come out, but the thing is, people expect to hit large when most of this country is poor. That makes no sense. You have to, and I've said it once and I'm going to say it again, you have to learn how to sell the ordinary stuff. You have to learn how to make money with junk. That's what you're going to get the majority of the time. You need to learn how to turn it. I've said it in several videos and people still don't get it. 4,000 square feet in my 10,000 square foot warehouse were devoted to shit that was selling for $1. A monkey can figure out economy and scale. But oh, damn, I'm sorry. You need a business education to even understand what I'm talking about. Ergo, your reason for failing. Now, understand, this isn't supposed to be easy. You are not supposed to win. But if you are willing to put forth some effort And this is something that I was guilty of, and I've spent a lot of time. You know, when I speak of Earl Nightingale's Lead the Field, Nightingale Conant, I was in a position where I realized I didn't know everything. And I had to learn stuff from other people who had been there. That is one of the reasons so many people are failing in this business, because they think they can figure it out when really you can't. There's so many things that are going to happen to you in the course of being on the storage auction journey. It will blow your mind. You will see fraud, you will see crazy stuff, you'll see illegal stuff. And if you don't have that experience, you're going to do that one thing that's going to miss you, because you're going to tell somebody. As much as I talk about on this YouTube channel, there are so many things that I've never spoke of and I will never speak on that I've seen in storage units. Can't talk about it. There's so much. I bought damn near 1,300 units. And that's also another problem. You don't buy enough stuff. You can't sell stuff you don't have. But I'll get into that because I'm getting emotional. I'm getting emotional because, to be succinct, the business is the way the business is. It's not designed for you to immediately win. Many things in life are not designed that way. That's just the reality. But for those folks who are making a go of it, because I look at the comment section and I just like see, you know, heroes and losers, because one, you know, and if you just read the comment section, you can get tips. There was a guy, I'm not, you know, you have to read the comment, but he put out there, hey, I love newbies. He said, I love newbies because what I do is I go to auction and I buy stuff that they don't know what they have and make a grip. So essentially he's pimping the hell out of newbies because they're trying to sell the big stuff. They're looking for the beautiful stuff. They're looking for the wonderful stuff. They're looking for the wow factor and literally leaving thousands of dollars on the table for someone else to take because they don't know. It goes back to acres of diamonds, because that farmer did not take the time to educate himself what a diamond looks like in the raw. He actually walked away from millions of dollars of diamonds in order to go look for them. And that's what many people who are coming out in the storage auction space, they're doing. They're doing the same thing. They're like looking at money and saying, nah, that's not the type of money I want. I want sexy, shiny money. I want the pretty money. I don't want that dirty money. Forget that. I want the nice, clean money. To me, money is money. That's the deal. So stay tuned. There's going to be more videos like this. Like I said, next 100 days. Ambitious freaking goal. We're going to be talking about that stuff. And also, I haven't spoke on it, but I'm still working on the website and the deal is still there. If you want to get the 3-book deal, get in for 99 bucks, you'll be graduated to the next step. Just saying that real quick and easy before I bounce, because I got stuff to do, because it's a wonderful day outside. I'm going to enjoy it, and I hope you will enjoy it. All right, this is Glendon with Making Money with Storage Unit Auctions.